Welcome back. As you've probably noticed, Lloydminster has been cooling off over the past week, but so have the AJHL Bobcats. After a hot October, which only saw the squad drop 2, the Cats are barely 500 for November and hanging on to second place in the North by a thread. Last night, they were taking on the Olds Grizzlies here in the border city. Halfway through the first, Olds draws first blood as BJ Duffin wheels it from the blue line and it's tipped in by Kyle Moore. Now, less than 30 seconds later, Cale Brown sees Alex Brewer wide open in front of goalie Ryan Terness and makes it 2-0 Grizzlies. Now, another for the Grizzlies early in the second, and here Patrick Geary feeds Lucas Bench from the circle for the one-timer. Cats get on the board. But less than a minute later, it's like tumbling dominoes in front of the net as Duffin puts it between the bars. One of the only players still on his skates takes the wind out of the Cats' sails. Let's go to the third. Olds now up 5-1. Lyndon Springer with some fancy moves dangles it and then scores glove side on Jesse Gordachuk. Bobcats still trailing by 3. Now at the top of the screen, Landon Klecki gets a cheap shot from Tyler Kuntz. Good chance he lost some chiclets on that hit, would eventually leave the game, and Kuntz did not get penalized. Now in the dying minutes, Bobcats are deep in the power play, and just as Kirk Johnson gets back to make it full strength, Kuntz shoots it off Duffin's stick and it goes in over Gordachuk's head, but the final push comes too late for the Cats. Final scores 5-3 Olds. Bobcats outshot the Grizzlies 36-23, and the Cats have now dropped 4 of their last 5. They hang on to second in the North Division, but are now tied with Sherwood Park. Let's head to the Civic Center for some post-game reaction.
We're not happy at all. I mean, we're not just talking the game tonight. The last 5 or 6 games, we've had teams that have been honest teams. They've played us hard, and we haven't responded. We just got to get tougher physically, mentally. We got to be more committed to come and play, whether we're in our rink or somebody else's rink, and to get 2 points in the second half is going to be a lot harder than it was in the first half.
Obviously, it was a really tough one. They're a tough team. They always play tough and hard, so we just obviously weren't prepared tonight to play a full 60 minutes. Maybe it's just preparation, or players are just getting a little too comfortable. It's their first year in the league, and they played a couple games now. They're getting used to it, and they're not worried about losing their job or anything.
Well, if you can believe it, it's already December Eve, and you better not shout, you better not cry, you better not pout, and the Bobcats will tell you why, as this afternoon they hosted the annual Christmas skate. Fans were treated to hot chocolate and candy canes, but their favorite part?
That we get to skate with them and you get to get their autographs. Because I wanted to skate with the Bobcats.
It's also a chance for the players to interact with their littlest but biggest fans.
It's fun. It's you know, you see them all the time at the rink, and so they're pretty excited to see us, and yeah, so you just have fun with them, and it's good.
And the Bobcats weren't even sure if Mr. Claude would make an appearance.
I talked to him earlier. I don't know. The roads might be a little bad. Well, I guess he flies here, so it might be windy. I don't know. He might. I'm not sure.
The big guy did eventually show up, and Austin's wish for Santa?
A girlfriend.
Girlfriend?
Yeah, I've been asking for 19 years now, so.
Well, we'll have to check in with Austin in the new year to see if he got his wish. Moving on to the volleyball courts, the Rustlers were back in the border city last night taking on the King's College Eagles. First set, Shelby Becker passes it on the money, and Michelle Lang with a huge kill makes it 20-16. Rustlers take this set 25-22, but get into some trouble in the second set, struggling with their rhythm on passing as Sarah McFadden gets the ace to win the set 25-15. Rustlers stage a comeback in the third. Becker with a huge dig. Kate Rosendahl, though, she sends the jumbo shrimp shot back to Lakeland. They manage to keep it alive, but Twin Towers, Alex Ungar, and Lang put up a big block and send it back to take this set 25-19. Rustlers take the match 3-1, and Annika Kuzi and Shelby Becker had double-doubles. This keeps the Rustlers in first place in the ACAC. Now, the men also won 3-1. Savannah Walking Bear added a huge night with 19 kills and 3 aces, while Tyler Mastrego chipped in with 12 digs. Rustlers basketball teams were also in action last night, but in Edmonton facing King's College. Chris King wasn't thrilled with his squad's performance on Friday as they gave up 19 points to the Eagles in the fourth quarter alone on their way to the 77-44 victory. Last night, though, the Rustlers won again, and this time held King's College to a mere 39 points as they hold on to first place in the North Division. The men, coming off a tight win 80-76 on Friday, made a statement as they beat the Kings 86-67. This moves the Rustlers up to the middle of the pack in the North Division, just 2 points behind Grand Prairie and Concordia. Both teams will break for the Christmas exams and resume play in January.